The computer of the future will be as portable as your watch, as personal as your wallet. It'll recognize speech. It'll navigate streets. It will collect your news and your mail. It just might not do Windows, Microsoft Windows, but it'll do doors, open doors to your future. And Steve Jobs took this book and distributed it to his colleagues, I learned recently. And Ari Emanuel read it. And this results in the current Vanity Fair calls me the original gangster futurist of Hollywood, who inspired Ari Emanuel to become the world super agent. So I'm that Life After Television was an important book, and Life After Google, I hope, will be equally important.
That's incredible. And the more I learn about you, the more I'm kind of blown away with how your mind works to see these things. How do you see something like that way before it even happens? You know,
because I studied the microchip. I mean, it was really an insight that came from my decision after writing Wealth and Poverty. It sold millions of copies around the world. It was the #1 book in France for 6 months. It was really a global bestseller, and it captivated the Reagan cabinet and Ronald Reagan himself. And I thought I'd done it. So I'd done economics, and now I was going to do technology. And I decided that the most important event in the world was the creation of the integrated circuit. It just seemed to me that the transformation of technology from being pushing and pulling materials from the outside, like applying forces to material entities from the outside, had given way to the internal manipulation of matter. And that this opened horizons of new technology that were really unlimited. And the microchip summed it up. And so I wrote a book about the microchip. And once you really understood the microchip, you could see that it had really no obvious limits, and that it would transform all technologies. And certainly anything that could be created in a giant computer could also be created in a handheld device or a watch-sized device. And so that was the source of that particular prediction. But I have had intuitions. I just don't know the real source of them. I mean, I wrote a book called Sexual Suicide in 1970-something, and predicted that the real crisis of the world would be depopulation rather than overpopulation. And that's probably my best prophecy ever. I mean, nobody expected it.
And it's happening
Everybody
now.
was predicting, a population bomb, a disaster of overpopulation. But the fact is, the real threat to the human race is depopulation resulting from sexual suicide. So this was really a pretty good call back in the 1960s and 70s. And today I'm doing time prices, which really transform economics. And I'm really excited with the discovery that money is time.